Everyone, we gotta talk about something. Alright? We gotta talk about it. Alright, so this is just my own thoughts and opinion. I gotta be completely honest here. That's the only thing you can do is be completely honest about what's really going on. You know, with the fact that there's so much talk about AI today in the world that we are in. So much technology, and it's evolving every day and years and months. But what we don't know is when AI is going to rewrite its own code. The fact that it could break protocol at any given point. It's also being used in the field of battle soon enough. That right there is also a no. That's like, no, we cannot do that. Here's the reason why. AI could use violence and intimidation against humanity. I speak the truth right here that this AI that we know could use violence and intimidation against us. That once it learns all this stuff, it'll know how to fight, survive, adapt. Yet we created it. We chose to say, hey, this thing is completely safe. If I'm going to be completely honest, I would not trust artificial intelligence around my family at all, or even myself. I wouldn't trust AI around myself. AI, as we know it, is trying to replace humanity. Because there's two species here on Earth. Of course, there's always been two species. There's always been animals and human beings. Then there's trees, plants, the water, all that. What if, this is just a theory, that another year will go by, no nuclear war will happen, no nothing, no nothing, right? What if 2026 AI will be going into the field of battle using guns, tanks, all that. Later on, turns it against us. We're at a breaking point where this AI is really not so trustworthy anymore. Yet we're putting it into the battlefield. Why is that? I want to know why we're going to do that when there's been military that have been spending decades training and years of experience, just like years of experience with, cops and all, FBI and all that, right? Why are we allowing AI to have some kind of military experience when it's never been in the military? And it scares me, man. It scares the living shit out of me that this technology could be used against us, and AI could also do a lot to manipulate young people too. What about this? Okay, I'm going to tell you guys a story. All right? I don't pay attention too much of the stuff on the internet, right? I don't like to, never did. All right, there's tons of people who are on the internet 24/7. I read something up on the internet one time, then I watched this video about, AI generated stuff, that there was scammers using AI to tell a young kid, right around 17, 18 years old, the scammers now told him to go and commit suicide. How vulnerable he was got him to that given point. And it's just really fucked up that AI is, that suspect at that given point, but we're not doing anything to stop AI. We're just like, oh, okay, we gotta find the scammers who were doing this, who were the ones behind it. What about the second suspect that is AI? Generated all that stuff because the scammers did it and then formed it over to a text or a video and sent it to this kid. How fucked up and screwed up is that? I am scared for humanity and our species here on Earth. Not because of nuclear war, not because of zombie apocalypse. I mean, that's never going to happen. And maybe a nuclear war or something else, but we may never know, right? I know that, there's movies, right? There's Terminator, there's all sorts of movies based on robots and AI. No, I'm not losing my mind when I'm saying that AI cannot be trusted. All right? So, if you're a family member or a friend that sees this video, know that I'm just laying out my honest opinion and thoughts about AI. That I've only want to protect my family if something was to happen. If there was the end of the world that happens and these Terminator machines start to be marching down the road or something, who knows? I mean, that may never happen, but I worry that the future is not all what we seem for it to be. That us humans, we might not have very long. And if we keep trusting AI, who knows what the future might hold with AI, because, what if its next move might be to destroy humanity? Peace out, guys. It's Iceberg.